Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa kafa. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ibadihi allazina astafa. Amma ba'du farabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli wa qul rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni mukhraja sidqin waj'al li min ladunka sultanan nasira. Bismillah wa billah wa tawakkaltu ala Allah. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Verse number 83, we are to continue its explanation, and first we recite it. Verse number 83 of chapter Al-Baqarah, second chapter of the Holy Book of Quran, which is named Al-Baqarah. And Allah is saying, we recited from the beginning, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَإِذْ أَخَذْنَا مِيثَاقَ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ لَا تَعْبُدُونَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْيَتَامَى وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ ثُمَّ تَوَلَّيْتُمْ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا مِنْكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ مُعْرِضُونَ. This verse is containing in it a principle compact or a principle covenant that God wants a man to follow, and it contains most of the wants or guidance of Allah that can take a man to the complete obedience of Allah and to comply with what Allah has given the guidance to man for his achievement to a exalted man, an insani kamil, a complete man who can be viceroy to God as he has set him as a Khalifa. And Khalifa, if we take the meaning of viceroy, the one who will have the ability to have some of those at a level, those merits that Allah itself have, Allah himself have. This is the covenant, and this is the first part of that is containing the positive of the point. They are containing the do's of that, and there are other things which are don't, and it will come in the next of verse. We have done 3 explanatory sessions for this verse before, and this is the 4th of them. And in first 3 sessions we have read that Allah wanted man to be his slave, to obey him, not to be slave to any other thing or any other person or any other body or personality. And after that, when somebody has accepted that he is only slave to Allah and he will serve only him, then he should start dealing with man, and the dealing to his own fellow man starts from his parents, then his relative, then orphans, then masakin, and at the end to the whole human race or all the society that he anywhere he encounter with that at any place at any time. And this is a big job. That work is not a minor one. That duty needs a big heart and big sources. Two big things there should be, then somebody can complete the mission that Allah has put on the shoulder of man. At the one side, he should be so strong, he should be so committed, he should be so obeying and obedient of Allah that he should keep himself in the framework of guidance of Allah and not to divert or deviate from the way that he has given for life and for doing things. And from the other side, he have given a big responsibility of serving him at the first place. Second, to do services and do good to parents, then relatives, then orphans, and then masakin, and that is a big source, big responsibility. And for completing this responsibility and being successful in bringing out to practice all that what is told in this compact. So he needs internal strength at one place and external sources at the other hand. So both these two things should be there, then somebody is able to go and take further step in doing all those services and all those good practices that Allah has demanded him. From the Wa'aqimu Salat, I translate from the first phrase, then we reach to the place we have to start it from today. Allah has said in the beginning, وَإِذَا خَذْنَا مِيثَاقَ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ. Allah is telling this as a narration, as a story, as something that has been there in the history and that have took place, and Allah is narrating it, and it is almost confirming what Israelite, they knew it, and almost their name comes again here, while in the previous verses Allah have talked to them directly and addressed them. Here Allah is not addressing them at the beginning. Allah is just giving information of the treaty that has took place, and now what was the result. Allah is telling all the story. First Allah is telling us the ingredients of that treaty and covenant. Allah is saying, with the khazna misaka bani Israel, we took a covenant with Israelite. Starting from here, la ta'buduna illallah, not to serve save Allah. Then wabil walidaini ihsana, do good to your parents, wazil qurba, then to the relative and kinship, wal yatama, then orphans of the society, wal masakin, then those of the poor people, the one who are somehow in need of help. Wakulu linnasi husna, and then at the fifth stage, everyone who is there to deal with, you should deal a good dealing with that. All five these steps should be done by man, and all that is for the prosperity of a society. When some society have peoples that they are abiding and going according to this covenant, that society will be a very peaceful and tranquil society, and that will be ready for man to give him stages of development and going further to the exaltation and to the loftiness and to the completion of a good character man. وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ. From here, this is the point that we are to start from here for this session of today. And this is said, Allah, we should ask everything to Allah, and Allah is explaining us that, oh man, all those duties and all those responsibilities that we have put upon your shoulder, you are not able to do them just like you are without internal strength and external sources. So Allah gives the way for having these two things. First, it is wa'aqimus salat. And Allah said, oh man, you should perform salat. Established salat. This is not only salat. We should know in Quran the word salat is used for remembering Allah, for taking Him in mind and having Him in front of his mindset always. So that is what it is called salat. But salat has two different shapes. One is only to keep remembering Him, recalling Him, keeping Him in mind in every step of life, while you are working, while you are going, while you are sitting, while you are eating, while you are working, or while you are having talk with other, dealing with other, while you are buying, while you are selling, while you are earning, while you are whatever the work or practices or life that you do, you keep Him in your remembrance and first think that in this step that I am taking what Allah has said, and Allah's order or His guidance is how, so that He can do the thing according to the guidance that Allah has given. This is general salat. But another kind of salat, the second shape of the salat, is a physical salat, or some we can say a mechanical salat, or one which is done by the help of body, or body is involved in that, or that is a special shape that is that have some limitations, that have some arrangement, that have some qualification, and that is not just being in any condition and doing salat. Because of this, wa'aqimus salat, Allah is saying wa'aqimus salat. Here Allah needs us to do the second shape of the salat, not of those that general salat. That is because Allah said wa'aqimus salata li dhikri, because this salat which is being established or it is performed, it has the same result, but it is done by special arrangement. And for salat, the arrangements are so important that can gain the result that is meant by salat by all those arrangements which are told and which have been given as detail by the knowledge that is given to us by the Prophet. And he has shown us, not only given the knowledge of that or information, or he has not just taught us that. Again, he showed us, he practiced it in front of Muslims and Muslimeens, and he showed how to perform that salat. This salat gives a man a power and energy that help him to take and make big decisions, like helping others, like sacrificing his sources, like sacrificing his abilities, sacrificing time, abilities, his energies, all other things that he have, to sacrifice them. He should have an internal power and decision making power, and that can only be obtained by salat. When somebody is first purified with wudu and then he goes to salat, so Allah first says you have to make this arrangement of wudu, and wudu means that you should first purify externally your body, the parts of your body that are in touch with the materialistic world, and with those things that you were involved and you were touching worldly life and worldly things, and that is for your eyes, your face, your hands, and these are the most things, your mouth of course, and most these things are the one which are used for contacting with the worldly and material life, and of course feet are included in that. So purifying them externally, then it has a special kind of effect internally, and taking that effect and that purification status, somebody enters salat. And in salat there are so many special arrangement of being fixed, and salat is a special link to the powerhouse of world. How is that? Because Allah is the one who is running all the world, all the universe is being run and being managed by Him, and the powerhouse, the energy that this all universe is running, because of that, is the center for that is Allah. And Allah has said to us, you should connect while being in salat to Baytullah, and that is a center, and that is a center for the universe. So when you have your face and your attention towards Kaaba, you connect yourself with the powerhouse of the universe, and in this way, for a while, maybe it is 4, 5, 6 minutes, but in these 6 minutes you are cut off from all the worldly and other thinking, other activity, other practices, or anything else. You are just stick and you are joined with the center of power, and in this way, when you keep yourself limited to a special attention and special kind of zikr that is in salat, and special kind of attention, so in these very short period of time, and these very short minutes, somebody gets a lot of power, and this is the only way that somebody can get internal power, and then he has this, because if somebody keeps himself cut off from the world, not to see anything else, not to talk to anybody else, not to do anything else, not to even move from the place you are, not to even divert from the direction of Qibla. You are to be straight and be still at the place you have started Salat. And with this very tough kind of limitations, somebody in this 4, 5, 6 minutes, or maybe extra more than that, it depends on the person who is establishing Salat, he can take a very big amount of the energy, and he can internalize so much energy while being connected to the center of energy and the powerhouse of energy which runs all the universe. And because of time, we leave it here for the next session, and inshallah we will continue the talk about Salat very shortly in the next session. And then next of the phrase, which is to get external sources for the work, for the giant work, for the tremendous work that is put on the shoulder of man. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you all.